not my normal backdrop. But I decided to pop on real quick. I'm having a really painful day. I've just had to do the really good thing of just resting and listening to my body. And for some reason, I'm just really sore and really hurting. My skin actually hurts to touch. So I've thought, okay, me moving around too much, me trying to do too much is not going to help die everything down. I need to just rest. And I have. Watching True Heart now. It's a movie. It's pretty good. I've watched Eight Below, and I've watched Super Dad, and crocheted most of the day. And I've just decided to try to plug in. I plugged into the lifeboat this morning, plug in where I can, rest. If I needed to take a nap, which I haven't felt like I needed to do that yet, then that's what I need to do. But the struggle is real. That if we realize when we're going through something hard or difficult, like today has been really difficult for me. It's just been, I'm hurting on a level that's higher than my normal, which means high RFK. It's just higher, and I've got to rest. I have to rest, and that is so frustrating when you're like, but I have things I had planned to do today, and they all have to be pushed aside. But when you're pushing those aside, when you're struggling with something, whether it is depression, whether it's pain, whatever it may be, do not push aside connection. Even if it's just saying, listen, like I'm doing right now. Hi Sarah, I usually have a very different background. It's usually sitting on my computer. I did not have the energy to do all that. Every time I get up, hi Lexi, every time I get up, I've literally been in tears today. There was one point I was just crying. I'm like, I don't even want to move. I don't want to think about getting out of bed. It hurts way too bad. And people that don't deal with fibromyalgia and chronic pain have no idea. My family knows if I'm in bed all day, I'm hurting. And my husband says, I can see you're hurting and I'm so sorry. To maybe a family member who is not understanding and supportive, what I am doing today may seem lazy. And it's not. Just go and touch your own skin with your hand and see if you go, ow, that hurts. That's what's happened to me. I'm like, I don't even know if I can touch my own skin. It just hurts too bad. Thank you, Rhonda. I'm sorry, Mary. Same for me last few days. Hurting days are the worst, and understand your frustration and praying. Love your glasses. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for your blessings. I feel the pain. I'm going to subscribe. It's not. Yep. I get it, Sarah. But I thought I'm going to come on here. I told you all when I started this channel, I'm going to come on here when it's difficult. I'm going to come on when I'm having bad days. And this is a bad day. But it may be in my bed. It may be where I'm thinking, no, I can't do the whole computer thing today. I don't have the energy. I don't have the strength to do all that. I'm going to sit where it's the most comfortable. I'm going to sit where I can still sit there and say, even if all I can do is stay on here for 15 minutes. That's all that I may be able to do. But when you are hurting, no matter whether it is physical or mental, I'm telling everybody, do not skip out on the connection. Gentle hugs, yeah. Thank you, Rhonda. Don't skip out on the connection. Tommy last night on the lifeboat did call-ins, and I was on. I was flying high for like 3 hours. I could not go to sleep till like 3 o'clock in the morning, which didn't help. But I was like so excited. And I really made a point to say, listen, I am, you know, people, if you all are missing out on this connection with each other and making these friendships and having people have your back, you're missing out. Because for me, it has been life changing to say, hey, anybody that I needed to today, I could reach out and say, listen, I'm just hurting. I'm not trying to complain. I'm not trying to be sound frustrating. I'm not trying to sound, like I'm complaining in any way, shape, or form. But man, I'm hurting. And then even though, hi Kelly, even though you're sitting there going, you've gone through the grief process of accepting fibromyalgia. There's days like this where I'm like, I really don't like you today. Hi, Sean. And my husband has been so supportive today. He's like, you need me? You just call. You need something? I'm right in the other room. Whatever you need, I'm going to be there. Hold on a second. Josh? Josh? Hold on a minute, y'all. No, JD, I don't think you sold one of the fundraisers to me yesterday. Thank y'all. So anyway, I just wanted to come on because the struggle is so real. But if we forget that we have to have connection in some places, then we're going to forget the importance of it. And yes, I'm married, and my husband's coming on as a mod. So if there's any comments that are inappropriate, they're going to get removed, just so you all know. And I'm going to leave it at that. So anyway, the connection, when you're in a position where you're really struggling, you've got to find places that you can go. Hi, Stitch. You have to have places that you can go. Whether it's finding a channel like the Lifeboat. Hi, Stitch. Finding a place, a place. Yes, my husband's on, Kelly B. He's taking care of it. And so you have to be able to find places to connect. I don't care where it is. Find a channel. Find a channel on YouTube. Find a meeting that you can go to. Find a church that you can go to. And that's why we're all here. Because we want to be able to make those connections and have people have our back. Yeah, he's a good husband. And my name is Mary, by the way. So, that's why I started this channel. I know it says Blessed to Crochet and everybody's like, well, you know what? I'm not teaching how to crochet. I want to be a source of connection in one way or another. I want to be able to have people that can come on and say, listen, we have each other's back. I have lived without that and having friends, and I'm never going back there again. I'm just never going back. And I know people are going to say, you should just not come on today, but I wanted to come on. I wanted to come on because I wanted people to say, listen, this is what Fibromyalgia Day looks like For people that do not understand what fibromyalgia day looks like, this is what it is. I have not done anything today but had to rest. I've had to rest. I've had to take it easy. I've had to do what my body needed to do. And we need to be in a position where we're not guilty. You know, people that are going through chronic pain or fibromyalgia, don't feel guilty for it. Do what you need to do. Hopefully tomorrow, my body's going to go, thank you for listening to me. Thank you for doing what you needed to do to make sure that, you know, you're going to be better off tomorrow. If I pushed myself through today, if I said, listen, I know the struggle is real and I'm going to hurt no matter what, but if I pushed myself, tomorrow is going to be 10 times worse. Hi, Jalen. Tomorrow's going to be 10 times worse. And people with fibromyalgia and chronic pain do not need to be doing that. But what's your struggle today? There's got to be something you're struggling with. Maybe you're struggling with depression. Maybe you're struggling with pain. Maybe you're struggling with the loss of a loved one. What are you struggling with? And if you're trying to do it by yourself, you're not going to do it by yourself. That's why the lifeboat's there. That's why this channel's here. That's why my Other's Keeper is there. That's why Between the Cracks is there. Surviving Together is there. There's channels popping up trying to do this whole connection thing. Because people are realizing that we have to get through life somehow connected. Yes, I agree. And if we don't have a platform for it, then it makes it more difficult. It does not take away the fact that if we can, we should be putting friends around, you know, and having conversations around fire pits. We should be having people over for barbecues. We should be going places where we can connect and do in-person meetings. But maybe there's a reason why that person can't. Like today, if I had someplace where I could go, where I needed to have connection with people, I wouldn't be having it. The thought about getting dressed and getting my makeup on and walking into the car and out of the car and going into some kind of building and sitting there, oh no. No, 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 no. It's not happening today. I couldn't do it. This has been where I've had to sit today. I've had my crochet. I've got to finish this. I've had this. But my other tool in my toolbox is connection with my friends and other people. What is your struggle today? Are you trying to do it all by yourself? You can totally relate, Sarah? Yeah. If we're not figuring out how to do this, if we're sitting there going, hey, is your struggle real? We're not here to say, listen, you need to reach out to somebody, reach out to somebody. I challenged everybody last week to at least find a way to make one connection a day. Whether it's Messenger, whether it's Facebook, some way, somehow. Most days I don't leave my house, Sarah. I get it. I get it. There's days I don't either because my body just can't do it. So people like Sarah that for whatever reason aren't able to leave their house, where's their connection point? It has to be here. Social media is not the bad, evil place. It can be good. There are some terrible parts of social media, like there is with everything else. Ice cream is really good, but if you eat a whole container of it every day, you're going to gain 5 pounds at the end of the month. Hi, Miss Dragon. I get it, Sarah. Miss Dragon, can you drop the lifeboat, please? Sarah, if you're not on the lifeboat, please go like that channel too. They are amazing. Great connection point. We had such a great time last night with people calling in to the lifeboat and talking. It was awesome. You subscribe them to them. Yep. That's what has changed my life. For sure. I'm sending you hugs. But we can still make social media good. And we've got so many ways to do it. Do we not? Here's the thing. I have nieces and nephews. I love them dearly. They're 3 hours away. But I know I can get on a FaceTime and see their beautiful faces anytime I want. Do we realize the power we have in these little contraptions we carry all the way around, all around us? Sometimes you need that face to face, and we have the ability to have it. You do not need to struggle by yourself. And I am as guilty as I can be, and my husband is there listening to prove it. I will go through and he'll be, "Are you hurting?" And I'll be, "Yes." And he's like, "Why aren't you asking for help?" Because I don't want to. I want to be strong and tough. Well, today I can't be strong and tough. I'm hurting too bad. If you have to get out of bed and tears are rolling down your face, it's not a good day. But I'm not going to struggle by myself. I'm not going to struggle in silence. I'm going to sit there and say, yeah, it sucks today. And that's okay. Like when I did the garage door, I opened up the garage door and said, "Here's my mess." My husband didn't really like that, but here's my mess. It looks pretty on the outside. The garage door is closed, but the inside is a mess and a half. Sometimes we got to open them garage doors and let people in and say, "Here, this is what I'm going through," and not be judged for it. And more importantly, God is right there. Every tear that I cried today, God counts every solitary tear that came out of my face. He knows my pain. I can sit here and go, "God, I don't understand why I have to go through this." Why do I have to be in pain all the time? And if it's to help other people, okay. I may never know the answers to it. And that's okay. Kelly, I wish I could come and just give you a big hug. I really do. My friends list of people that can call me, we don't even have to give our numbers out. There's Facebook Messenger. You can call somebody. Let's not cry in silence. Let's not go through this life we call life and the struggle by ourselves. We don't need to do it. True friends are going to be, "Oh, the garage door opens, the mess is there. There it is. There's all of it in front." And they're not going to turn their back and walk away. They're going to be to say, "How can I help you? How can I help you clean it up? How can I help you clean it up?" Kelly says, "Physical pain on top of mental pain is hard." Yes. And Kelly, when you are stressed, no matter whether you're dealing with chronic pain or not, it will heighten pain. I'm so sorry, Denise. I hope it didn't, Denisa? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It doesn't help to say this, but I'm going to say it. God's got somebody better. I am so sorry. You did not deserve that. But God's got somebody better. Absolutely. When you're stressed, pain rises. So I have done everything in my power today to pull out the yarn and crochet, rest, relax. If I needed to take a nap, I took a nap. No stress. Watched movies. Taking my mind totally off the pain in the process of staying connected. And everybody's going, there's not a pretty background and back. I don't care. Told y'all I was going to get on here. Whether or not even if I was having a bad day. Hi, Eva. I was going to come on here. As I wanted you to see the struggle is real. But we have to do it together. We've got to help each other through the struggles. So what you're struggling with today? Now, tomorrow I will try to get on because there was some nuggets from the conference that I went to. And I will try to get on tomorrow. My normal time is usually about 7, 8 o'clock at night. I'm going to try to start coming on some other days, like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Today I thought about doing it, and I was not in the mood for it. Pain is reducing just a little bit because I've rested. But I thought I needed to come on. I needed to connect. I needed to say, hey, can you see me? The struggle's real. Are you going through a struggle? And you may be. And it's okay. That's what connection is there for. That's what the lifeboat is there for. That's what the lighthouse beacons is for. That's where Discord for the lifeboat is there. There are so many places to get the connection. There's so many good options. It's mind-blowing. But I think when we're in that mode, it's hard to say, oh yeah, like last thing I want to do is come on here and talk, but I'm going to make myself do it because I know that I'm going to feel better after I get off. Because I know how many people have my back. And I know how many people are going to be sitting there going, I'm praying for you. I know you're having a struggle today. Rhonda says, trying to sort out my mom and dad's house for sale, need the funds to pay for their care home. Breaking my heart to let it go. It is my grandparents' home too. So many memories. Rhonda, do what you need to do. And hopefully you have people around you supporting you. When my uncle passed away in 2013, my grandmother was in her 90s. And we had to move her in with my mother. When we sold my mother's house the year prior to that, that was hard. But it was harder for me to say goodbye to my grandparents' house than it was to say goodbye to my own childhood home. And I remember and my grandmother was settling my grandmother in, so I had to be over there doing a majority of the cleaning out and cleaning out and doing all that. I had to do the majority of it. And there was somebody that said something to me, good friend. And I was so grateful. But he said something. I just looked at my husband and said, you've got to pull him aside. I can't handle any of it. I can't. You can't say that again. And he didn't mean it in a cruel way, but it was just like I was so emotionally over it. I was having to make hard decisions. What furniture I was going to keep. I remember how much furniture I was going to keep, what I was going to get rid of, what was going to go to the... I was making all these decisions with a lot of support, but my mother wasn't there. She was over helping my grandmother settle into their home. And it was very difficult. So Rhonda, please lean in and support. If you need to, find a friend. If they're not somebody that can be there, maybe somebody would be willing to message you on video chat and just say, I just need you to be there. I did that with a friend for 8 hours for a couple days. They just needed me there. And I said, okay, I cannot focus totally because I was getting ready for Christina's wedding, but I was just there. I put her on silent. I could hear her, and when she said, Mary, I just need to hear your voice, I went off silent and said, I'm here. So if you're not there with people that can support you, find a way to have some, if you could say, listen, I have X amount of friends, can you just be on the FaceTime or on the phone for an hour with me during this process as I'm going through it? If that helps, do it. Don't try to do this by yourself. I can't imagine. My husband was there helping me through. We had people coming. The realtor was a friend of mine. She was cleaning the windows for us. I was never more exhausted in my entire life. And it was one of the hardest emotional drains I did because I was saying goodbye to my grandparents' house. So all I can say is please do not do it by yourself. Lean in. You need connection 10 times more now than normal because of what you're going through. When we are going through struggles, let's lean into connection. We all want to pull away from connection. We've got to lean into it. And welcome everybody that's new. We have to lean into support. We have to lean into the connection. And I'm not talking about romantic connection here. I'm talking about connection in friendship and support. It's two very different things. Hi, Lydia. It's two very different things. I'm talking about the connection that you can say, hey, a friend knows you're really struggling or you're going through pain, and you can pick up that phone and just talk. Sometimes that's all we need to do. Just talk. And if they're friends enough, they're going to know, hey, I need help them lift their garage door and deal with the mess inside for a minute. We need a place to just let it out. Because the struggle is real. It is absolutely real on a daily basis. What are you struggling with today? And I don't care how big or small it is, it's a struggle. I'm struggling with pain today. I'm struggling with kind of being ticked off that I have to deal with fibromyalgia. What are you struggling with today? It could be just, you know what? My coffee spilled all over the floor and I had to clean it up and it was just so irritating. Or I'm dealing with the loss of a friend or divorce or cleaning out a house or a boyfriend being unfaithful to you. Whatever you're doing, when we're trying to go through all that stuff, let's lean into connection. We have to lean in. It's how we're going to get through the day. Not only do we need to lean into connection, but we need to lean into God. Oh, I'm sorry, Lydia. Both of my kids are in legal troubles. Kicked me out. I kicked out of school, dealing with lawyer. 7th anniversary of my best friend's death. Oh, I'm so sorry, Sarah. I am so sorry. I will be lifting you up in prayers. I really will. That is so difficult. Can't even imagine. The only thing that we can do is pray. We just have to be lifting it up in prayer, and then we have to be We have to be connecting. When you're trying to go through stuff, not connecting with somebody it doesn't make it the situation any easier to go through, but not connecting makes it 10 times worse. I can't make Sarah's situation better, but I can say, you need somebody to talk to? I'm here. The Discord server's there. I know. It's all right, yes. It's all right, yes, and you've been dealing with it for years, and that's terrible that you've had to deal with it. And it's absolutely different when it's your kids. Your mama yourself, once your mama bear comes out, I get it. But just talking and knowing I have somebody to let it out, because your heart's grieving. I get it. Your heart's grieving. And just make sure you're not doing it by yourself. Just because you're walking through the fire doesn't mean you need to do it without having somebody have your back. Absolutely, Lydia. I agree. I'm an only child, but I'm telling you, my sister pile and my brother pile is growing, and I'm very thankful for it. When you're going through difficulties, the worst thing you can do is say, I've got it and it's okay. No, it's not. It's never okay that you should have to go through that, let alone by yourself. That's why this is here. And the hardest thing is that you don't have answers. Kelly B knows. I mean, like I said on the lifeboat last night, the lifeboat has changed my life, because I will never do this without friends. I will never try to get through this life without friends. Again, I have my best friend in the other room, and I'm so grateful for him, and I'm so grateful for my mom and my family. But I need friends that have my back, both through my church, through the YouTube, making friends in my local area. I need friends. And look how many people, Sarah, are putting and bathing your children now in prayer. God can do amazing, miraculous things when people come together in prayer. I was going to church Sunday and somebody put some angry faces on because I guess I was talking about God. They can go ahead and put angry faces. There's people can be angry with something I may be talking about that you should be angry about. If somebody's getting mistreated and all that kind of stuff. But if you want to be angry because I'm talking about God, there's the door. Love you, but I'll respect your views. You need to respect mine and the people in the chat. And my mods did a wonderful job of coming in and just taking care of that for me, and I appreciate that. But if you're going to be angry because I'm talking about God, this is not your channel, because I'm sorry, that's a part of me. But it's amazing what can happen in the power of prayer and people coming together praying. You know, I said to my daughter one time, I said, Christina, don't ever put handcuffs on God. And I said it to my aunt, too, that's going through cancer treatments. I said, don't ever put handcuffs on God. Because when we start putting handcuffs on him, then we sit there and go, well, I guess he can't do that. He can do anything he wants to do. And sometimes we have to turn over to him and say, guess what? I can't do any of it. I'm powerless to do any of it. I can't change this. I can't change that person. Only God can. So why am I putting my energy into it? Now that's different if it's your children. Good night, I'd do about anything for my daughter. Anything. There's not any, she needs me at 3 a.m. in the morning. My husband and I are in the car and we're on our way. It's totally different when you're dealing with your children. There's not anything that I wouldn't do for my daughter or my son-in-law. Yes, Lydia, I'm going to add you. I've just got to do it on the computer, and I haven't been able to. But I have a funny feeling I'm going to need it. But I will be on tomorrow about 7, 8 o'clock, because it was pretty amazing when we went to the conference. There was one lady that talked, and it's just ironic how it all kind of came up. Check and make sure, y'all, that you're subscribed. If you already subscribed, just double check and make sure you're still subscribed to my channel. You know, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it tremendously if you would do that. Like this video if you would do that too as well. I think that this is a topic that we're going to have again. There will be thumbnails you will see that will be repetitive. Part 1, Part 2, Part 10, Part 20. I hope to get to that, where I can sit there and say, hey, the struggle's real. What are you struggling with today? And today, I'm dealing with pain. Do I feel a little bit better now that I've come on here? Yeah. Have I made, and here's the important thing. I've come on here because I feel a little bit better now. But have I made other people feel better? See, when our focus is not our pain, and we can sit here and go, I got on here. Thank you, Lydia. You're very nice too. I enjoy your channel. When I'm focused on, yeah, I'm hurting, but if I come on here and I've helped somebody else that's really struggling today, and they can go, I feel a little bit better, then I can sit back and say, you know what? I've blessed somebody through my pain. I can bless somebody through my pain and say, here, I've provided it. There's been some people that wanted to make some really inappropriate comments, which my mods have wonderfully taken care of, and I love them all. One more than anybody else. He's in the other room. And I've been able to laugh instead of cry. And when I get up, no, I'm going to cry because it's going to hurt to move. But it's going to be okay. Because now I've got how many people on here that are going to get off this thing when I'm ready to get off and say, hey, I'm praying for you. I don't have any makeup on and don't have anything fancy done with my hair, and I'm just not the greatest, boring background. I don't care. It's connection, connection, connection. Like I said last night on the lifeboat, I said, if you all are missing out on this connection, oh boy, are you all missing out on it. That was funny. Good one, honey. And you know what we had today? It was so sweet. My mother-in-law called, and I was in tears, and it wasn't because of pain. And she was driving, and this song came up, and it was called, Josh can type it in because I don't know what it was called. It was called Miracle. And she called me up. She goes, I sent a song to Josh, which is her son. Says, he listened to it yet? And I said, I don't know. And I got up and went through, and he started listening to it. And it was the most beautiful song about being a miracle. And it was talking about Christ in it, but it was just talking about miracle. And my husband, for sure, is a miracle in every way possible, because he shouldn't really be here. And I went in the laundry room because I was trying to do some laundry, and tears were just rolling down my face. I said, God, thank you for the miracle of my husband. You all are miracles. Every solitary one of you are miracles. God has made everyone to be exactly who they're supposed to be. He didn't make mistakes. He doesn't make junk. And he loves each and every one of you. And so do I. All are miracles. And I'll have to get the song because, I mean, it was just like she said to him, she said, this is your song. And I thought, my goodness, it was absolutely precious. Wonderful. It was the highlight of my day. You know, and my husband said to his mom, he said, you know, Mom, just remember I'm here if you need to lean on, if you just need to call and talk and just feel like you have somebody listening, I'm here. Miracle child. It is a beautiful song, y'all. But it has a very special meaning now to my heart. But you should all listen to it, Miracle Child. It is a beautiful song. There's another song by the Martins called The Promise. The Promise. God doesn't promise us a straight path. He doesn't promise us a smooth road, but he promises us that he's not going to leave us, that he's going to count every tear. He's going to be there through the difficult times. That song, I can usually never get through that song without crying. So please understand, if you're struggling today, if you're struggling tomorrow, or you're struggling the next day, you do not need to do it by yourself. That is what Connection's for. That's what this page is for. That's what the Lighthouse Beacons is for. That's what the Lifeboat's for. I could just go on and on. And I'm working with somebody, and I've got to get back to her, doing a thing with everybody's name and everybody's channel, YouTube channel, and maybe categorizing it so that everybody in the Lifeboat's channel that has a channel is listed, all the Connection channels, all of the people that are talking about music and so forth, and we can categorize it and then put it up in the Lifeboat so people know where they can go. This Connection thing is amazing. And if anybody has an opportunity to go watch that show Tommy and Reese did last night on their channel, and people were calling in, you can just get a high off of watching that. And just watching Reese's face, she was just like a little kid in a candy store. It was amazing to see what that did. You all are miracles. Every solitary one of you. You were not here. You're not here by mistake. She was like a kid, absolutely. It just warmed my face. It just absolutely was wonderful. So, I will get a list. I can give it to you, Kelly, too. And we're going to have Kelly be on my channel, for sure. I'm going to have her. I want her to tell her story. I will have her on more than once. She has a really amazing, love her accent. So please just check, make sure you're subscribed. Hi, Jessica. Please make sure that you're subscribed to channels that you're going into that are your favorites. Please just go in and just check your subscription. Make sure you're subscribed, because there's times where YouTube decides, oh, well, we're going to unsubscribe even though you haven't decided to unsubscribe to that channel. So give a check, give a like, put a comment when you're done. It really helps, especially with the small channels, so that they can grow. You have to watch the replay. If you go into like an hour, you'll hear me. I've got to figure out how to make a short of that for myself. I've got to look how to make a short of my little time talking on the thing. I've got to make a short of it. So, because I want to make a short and post it on my channel if I can. I want to make a short of it because it's about an hour in somewhere, but I was so excited. And they were looking for, remember and hit the bell and don't quit it. You're blessing me by hitting the like button, and you're making friends by hitting the subscribe button. But what is it? I was going to ask him if he needed more candy corn, but they were waiting on another caller to come in, and so I will be back on again, I know for sure. But I wasn't able to ask him, need any more candy corn? Because I'm the one that sends him the Ohio candy corn. I haven't seen the one yet for Easter come up yet. So anyway, I'm going to head off here. My day's been dealing with fibromyalgia, so that is been my day. And it's not been it's been painful, but I'm going to get through it one day at a time. And I'm going to get off here. I'm going to finish my movie. I'm going to try to go just eat something. It may just be something that just sounds good right now. It may not be the healthiest, but it's more important that I just take it easy, and I'm not going to push myself. Well, fibromyalgia doesn't get better. I wish it did. You learn to maintain it. You learn to deal with it as best you can. That's why this channel is in existence, to help people dealing with that amongst other things. And when you're having a painful day, you just take it easy. It will. I have my good days and my bad, and this is one that's saying it's not a good day. And if I push it, I will regret it tomorrow. Honest to God. I will sit there going, why did I do that? I didn't have to push today. I didn't have to go do this and this and this and this. I could have rested, and I needed to listen to my body. And that's what I'm doing today. I'm listening to my body. I usually am on my computer with a nice backdrop. That's not happening today because that's just too much. And I'm going to work on my crochet piece. And I've got to get that done. So I've been kind of crocheting and getting caught up with stuff. I started Tommy's Blanket. And anybody that wants to send a card for Steve Molesky, I got my first card the other day. I have fibromyalgia. So I'm having a bad pain day. Audrey, down below in the description is my P.O. box. If you wanted to send a sympathy card to his family or postcard, you can send it to that P.O. box for Steve Molesky. I got my first card. So hopefully, if I get to see Jen Marie, I will be able to personally hand them to her. So anyway, and so I'm going to try to come on tomorrow and talk about the tidbits from the conference. Oh, I'm sorry, Audrey. Well, that's what we do. We discuss fibromyalgia. I have had experience raising a special needs child. I've had addicts in my family. Connection is what we focus on this channel. Even though I talk about blessed to crochet, I want to know what you're blessed to do. Because we all need tools in our toolbox to deal with it. And so I'm coming on as I am today, just saying, hey, the struggle is real. We all have it, but that's why the channel is. So hopefully, 18 years. I've had mine since 2013. Hopefully, anybody that's come on and like it, please subscribe. Go back and watch some of my older videos and stuff. That only helps me, and we'll get there one step at a time. I do yarn reviews, and I point people where they can go get taught how to crochet and all that kind of stuff. That's not this girl. I love to show it off. I just don't want to be the one to teach it. So thank you for allowing or helping me to smile today. And I hope that I helped you smile. Please don't try to get through your struggles alone. There's so many resources to get connected and not have to do life and struggles by yourself. So get connected. Go to the lifeboat. Stay here. Lighthouse Beacons, the Lifeboat Facebook group, Discord. There's just so many things. Let's do our struggles together. Let's lean in to connection when we're struggling. Let's lean into the arms of God when we're struggling. They're all there for you. You do not need to do this by yourself. Oh, I'm so sorry, Audrey. I'm so sorry. Well, we talk about how to put tools in your toolbox to help. And we're going to continue to talk about it, and we're going to continue to make connections and try to help and get through this thing we call life together. So have a blessed day, everybody. Thank you for hopping on. And the way I end every video now is stay connected. Goodbye. Thanks for helping me to smile today. I hope I put a smile on your face too. Bye.